Welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio with this week's pre-orders. Let's go ahead and take a look, and spoiler alert, they are rather underwhelming.
Hello and welcome to This Week in Warhammer. My name's Wade and I'm here to guide you through the next 7 days in your favourite hobby. We're getting closer to this year's Black Library celebration. Next week you'll be able to pre-order a range of stunning new models and amazing new books. Kicking off the Black Library celebration are two stunning new miniatures for the Horus Heresy. Fafnir Ran is the Lord Seneschal of the Imperial Fists, as unstoppable on the attack as he is unyielding in defence. And his twin axes, the Hunter and the Headsman, will easily cut through any traitors foolish enough to get close. Dominion Zephon had his great crusade cut short when he suffered terrible injuries at the hands of Xenos warriors. No less a tech adept than Arkan Land created his new bionics and got him back in the fight. His jump pack means he can zip around the battlefield, bringing his Volkite Serpenta pistols to bear where they can do the most damage. We're staying in the 31st millennium with the amazing limited edition of Sigismund, the Eternal Crusader. The legendary warrior Sigismund talks with a remembrancer about his experiences in reclaiming the galaxy and muses on whether the end of the Great Crusade means the end of war for humanity. This hardback edition is strictly limited to 2,500 copies and is signed by the author, John French, and comes with a soft-touch cover, black gilt page edges, and a ribbon bookmark. From the Age of Darkness, we head to the Age of Sigmar. As Kragnos awakens from his eons-long slumber, he prepares to wreak terrible vengeance upon the mortal realms. Can the followers of Sigmar stop the end of empires? Find out in Kragnos, Avatar of Destruction, available in hardback, ebook, and as an MP3 audiobook. It's been 20 years since the release of Dan Abnett's classic Eisenhorn novel, Xenos. The titular Inquisitor is drawn into a mysterious conspiracy and faces a vast interstellar cabal. The stunning 20th anniversary hardback features 15 brand new colour illustrations and author annotations, and a new afterword by Dan Abnett. The Successors is an anthology featuring a range of Space Marine successor chapters. From more established chapters such as the Crimson Fists to newer ones like the Emperor's Spears, you can follow the Imperium's finest as they try to protect mankind from the terrors of the galaxy. The book is available in hardback, ebook, and MP3 versions. In Astaroth, Angel of Mercy, the Blood Angel's High Chaplain is drawn by the Black Rage to assist the Red Wings chapter in the aftermath of the devastation of Baal. What Astaroth discovers will shake the chapters of the Blood to their core. It's available in hardback, ebook, and MP3 editions. Saturnine, the fourth book in the Siege of Terror series, is available in paperback for the first time. It sees Rogel Dawn and the Loyalists surrounded and unable to win every battle and required to make sacrifices in order to stand a chance of winning the war. This year's Reader's Choice sees Black Library Classics back in print. Witch Hunter by C.L. Werner sees the notorious Matthias Fullman hunt down all manner of sinister threats in the world that was. Also back in paperback is Cadian Blood by Aaron Dembski-Bowden. It sees the legendary Cadians take on the forces of Nurgle in a novel that's part zombie apocalypse, part war story, all Warhammer action. This week, Forge World has two new Blood Bowl star players available for pre-order. Fungus the Loon and Bomber Dribblesnot are a pair of goblins that pack quite a punch despite their small stature. Fungus is the ultimate goblin fanatic, taking out opposition players with his ball and chain, while Bomber chucks explosives to blow gaps in their defensive line. Warhammer Plus hosts the premiere of the first episode of The Exodite this week. As anyone that's seen the awesome trailer knows, this is a show featuring the Tau Empire, but you'll have to tune in to find out who the title is referring to. There's also a new battle report where the brutal Orruk war clans take on the cerebral Luminath Realm Lords in a battle of brains against brawn. The narrative from the End Times, Book 4, Thanquol, is added to the Warhammer Vault, which sees the Skaven launch an assault on the world that was. We'll also have a jam-packed 7 days on warhammercommunity.com. There'll be loads of Black Library celebrations, including an interview with author David Geimer, plus further looks at the new Aeldari Codex. We've also got all of our regular shows on Warhammer Live. If you've got any questions for this week's Hobby Clinic show, make sure that you ask them to our Twitter account, and we'll try.
So yeah, nothing too particularly exciting there. Mostly just some books, some old books coming back. We do see a couple of Forge World models coming out here. This one looks pretty good. I do like the overall aesthetic of this model. I really like the look of these axes. Very cool. Obviously has like the old school 30k style armor and backpack. The shield strapped on the back here. with the helmet as well. Very cool. Definitely some nice detail. Good model overall. I do like this. And then for our, what is he, blood angels or flesh tearers? I believe they said blood angels. Jump packer here. He's got like some pretty serious bionics. Obviously was injured pretty badly in battle. Big aggressive sword. Looks okay. Bionic leg as well. The other one definitely much cooler looking. And then we see some books. Sigismund the Eternal Crusade. Just overall pretty underwhelming. Kragnos the Avatar of Destruction. Eisenhorn Xenos. I guess if you're into the books a little bit more, maybe this is something you've been looking forward to. The Successors, Space Marine Anthology. Astroth the Grim. Saturnine, Siege of Terra. And then we see also Siege of Terra, like kind of map pack. This looks pretty high quality. It's got like some little metal bits to it. Kind of leather bound. Again, I mean, most of this stuff seems like it would be more of a supplemental, like, kind of reveal or pre-order to go along with something a little more exciting. The Witch Hunter, Cadian Blood. I believe these are old books coming back, they said. And then we see, again, not actually in English here, so I'm not sure. The Wolf Time. And again, not in English. Necron Lord. Twice Dead King, Ruin. And then Birth of the Imperium. Constantine Valdor. And then we see an Eisenhorn bookmark. Pretty fancy. A couple of Forge World Blood Bowl goblins. Yeah, just overall extremely underwhelming reveals. So that's basically, I mean, last week I ended up basically picking up nothing from the new stuff. I may still get I probably will get the Warcry book. But this week looks like a big nil for me. Sort of feels like, to me, just speculating, that they have announced the increase in prices in March. Sort of feels like, for me, they're just waiting to release anything until the price changes kick in. Like, they're not going for, like, last minute, let's release these models before the price increases go up and let people get, like, some new models for current existing prices. We'll just wait. We'll put it off, kind of kill some time. And then after we kick in our price increases on our 20% on books and, 5 to 20% on models, then we'll go ahead and release like all the new Eldar stuff or anything like exciting that we've kind of talked about or like shown off. So definitely what it looks like is going on here. And you can blame them or not care, whatever. That's, to each his own. Basically looks like we're going to be looking at, it looks like the new Eldar Codex is going to be the first codex to get to 20% price hike. So if we're used to the codexes coming out at $50, probably going to be coming out at $60. So I fully expect the new Eldar Codex to be $60 and come out in the beginning of March. And then I fully expect, they said 5% across the board on these price hikes. I think it's going to be closer to like 7 to 10% across the board. I think that we'll see how it works out. But I have a feeling that we're going to see like the combat patrols go from 140 to 150. I don't think they're just going to come in and say, okay, we'll take 5% of 100 and then 5% of, 40. And then we're going to raise it, $7. And then it'll be 147. No, I think they're just going to say, okay, we're just going to make it an even 150. I think we're going to see kits going from, okay, this was $45. They're not going to raise it 5%. They're just going to say, okay, we're just going to make it 50. I don't think we're going to see these prices coming in at like, $2.50 price increases and $6 price increases. I think it's just going to be like a round up to the like, next nice even number. And I have a feeling that when it's all said and done, what they announce as 5% price increases is just going to be pretty much like 10% price increases across the board, or just round up to the next nice even number. So we'll see. I hope I'm wrong. To me, this just feels like they are basically just buying time until the price increases kick in, and then they're going to start releasing like the cool stuff that people want. There's definitely some people that like the books, like the lore, enjoy the lore. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe this excites you. Same with the Forge World stuff. I really don't get pumped for like the random stuff they release from Forge World. I hate their resin. It's terrible. Overall, underwhelming week for me. So let me know what you think. Are you getting hyped? Are you kind of, losing some of the hype behind the new Eldar stuff? Are you waiting for something good to come out? Did you pick up anything on this week's pre-orders? Just curious. This is like going to be basically 2 weeks in a row now of just meh. And then the week before that for me was the Eldritch Omen set, which I did purchase. I'll show that off and build some of the stuff and go over some of the options and, maybe do like some painting walkthroughs on some of that stuff as well. But, that week was kind of a disappointment as well. So this is like 3 weeks in a row now of just kind of like, wow, really? I think the most exciting thing for me was the new Warcry, like Tome of Champions book. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing the upgraded rules and how that's going to change some of the war bands and everything. You have to make like some little tweaks and adjustments. Because like just changing 5 points on one guy or 10 points on a guy can literally change how the whole war band works. And I'm curious too how that will work out with the like Warcry exclusive war bands. I'm assuming that the way they change it up, if like one guy gets a 5-point price increase, there will be someone else in that warband that gets a 5-point decrease, so that all the boxes are still 1,000 points. But it will just kind of adjust how, like, building your own will like change the points. So we'll have to wait and see. Definitely looking forward to that, but everything else just kind of meh for me. So nothing too exciting here. Very underwhelming overall. Definitely just kind of waiting. I think we're all just kind of in limbo until the Eldar releases and till March, and we can kind of see how these price increases sit in and see what the new pricing structure is going to look like as they release Eldar, and then potentially like Tyranids coming down the line after that. So but that's it for today. Let me know what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe for Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team Necromunda Age of Sigmar and Warcry content as well. Everything from these reaction review videos and bringing you the news to unboxings. And then, of course, we are a commission-based studio, so we show off commissions as they go out of house. And I do a lot of tutorials for painting, magnetizing, lighting, conversions, pretty much anything you'd think of. So that's it for today, Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.